The second question, is it good to take risks? Good or bad is not the question. If you are alive, you have to take risks. Life is a risk. Only death is secure. Life is never secure. There is no security. The companies that are called life insurance really should be called death insurance. In life there can be no insurance. Life is alive only because there is risk, danger. That's why there is so much thrill. You ask, is it good to take risks? If you want to be alive, you have to take risks. The more risks you take, the more alive you will be. So you are really asking, is it good to be alive? Your question, rightly interpreted, will mean, is it good to be alive? Now, I am not a murderer. And I don't want to poison your life. Many people have done that. The priests, the politicians, they are poisoning your life. They are all teaching you to live within bounds. Live in such a way that there is no risk. That you are always safe and secure. But then you are dead. Then you are already in your grave. And then you become miserable. And then you start seeing that you don't have any love, that you don't have any happiness, that nothing is happening in your life which is worth. Then you start feeling there is no meaning, no significance. And the reason is that you are avoiding risks. Meaning comes through being dangerous, adventurous. Value arises only when you are alive. Value comes through vitality. Virtue simply means to have the quality of courage. Courage is the only virtue. If you don't live a life of danger, then better commit suicide. Then why burden this earth? And then why feel miserable? What is the point of it all then? Then your misery leads nowhere. Then your misery is just a rut in which you go on moving. Look at people. Their eyes has lost the luster of life. Their faces are more like masks than real faces. They don't live, they only pretend that they are living. They act, they don't live. And then, naturally, they come to feel that there is no meaning, no flowering, no fragrance, no dance, no song arises. Then they go to the priest to ask. And the priest says, yes, the song is possible, but it happens only when you are dead, after death. Then they go to the politician, he says, yes, life can have meaning, but the social structure has to be changed. The economic structure has to be changed. The whole history has to be changed. Communism has to be brought. Socialism has to be brought. When people lose meaning, of course they start asking where to find meaning. And these are the two places where they go, the priest and the politician. And they are the persons who have put you in such a state where meaning has lost. Now this is a very great conspiracy. First they destroy the possibility of meaning, and then of course you are in their hands. You have to go and ask, and they show you the ways. Look at a child. He has meaning. Sometimes have you watched it? A child playing with the pebbles on the seashore, or running after a butterfly. Just watch. But don't make him self-conscious. The moment he becomes self-conscious, he is no more a child. Just watch, hiding somewhere, absorbed. The child is completely lost. And how beautiful he is. The grace on his face, the color, the joy, the glee, the gladness, the vitality, as if he has wings. And he is so much absorbed. In that absorbed moment, he is closest to God. He is in Tao. He is on the way. He is enjoying this moment. He is tremendously happy. So happy that he is not even aware of happiness, because only miserable people become aware of happiness. He is so happy. Who bothers? He is so totally in that he is not an outsider. Then you do one thing, bring a camera and try to take a photograph of the child. And the moment he becomes aware that the photograph is being taken, all gladness has disappeared. His face is no more true. The mask has come. His eyes are no more absorbed. That shining quality is no more there. They have become dull. He is no more dynamic. He has become static, rigid. Now he has become self-conscious. The ego has entered. With the camera, the ego has entered. Now the child is ugly. That's why it is very difficult to have a beautiful picture. The person may be beautiful, but when you take him to the photo studio, suddenly something goes wrong. The picture never comes so good. Have you ever been satisfied with any of your pictures? Whenever you look at the picture, something is missing. What is missing? You became self-conscious. You became aware. You started performing. You wanted to look very good, happy, smiling, a great personality, magnetic, charismatic, and all is gone down the drain. You are just an ugly person, dead. You are conscious of the camera, and you are conscious of the people who will look at your picture. You are so self-conscious. How you can be beautiful? A person who is continuously thinking whether there is any risk or not becomes so self-conscious that he never lives. He becomes rigid and dull and stupid, mediocre. Forget all about risk. Life is a risk. The day you were born, one thing has become certain, that you are going to die. Now what more risk there can be? My mother's mother, she was a very old woman, and she was always afraid about me. I was continuously traveling in the train. 15 days a month I was in the train. And she was always afraid, and she will say that there are so many accidents, and every day she will look for the newspaper just to say whether there has been some train accident, some aeroplane has fallen or something, and she will collect all the cuttings. And whenever I will go, she will show me, look, so many car accidents, so many aeroplanes burned, and so many trains, and so many people killed. And what you are doing 15 days on the trains, planes, cars, stop this. So I said one day to her, listen, if you are really interested in statistics, then do you know 97% people die in their bed. So should I stand outside the bed the whole night? It is risky. There is no other thing more risky than to be in the bed. 97% people have to die in the bed. You are safer in an aeroplane. Rarely somebody dies in an aeroplane. Rarely in a train. She was very much puzzled. She said, "It is true. But that cannot be done," she said. "It is impossible." "Yes, that is true." Since then, she stopped talking about the accident. She understood. The day you were born, you have taken the greatest risk that you can ever take. Now death is going to happen. Death is bound to happen. You have already taken one step in the grave the day you were born. Now what more risks you can take? Even if you go on avoiding risks, you will die. So why not take the risks and live really authentically? A rich man once said to a friend, "Why is it everybody is always criticizing me for being miserly, when everyone knows I have made provisions to leave everything I possess to charity when I die?" "Well," said the friend, "let me tell you about the pig and the cow. The pig was lamenting to the cow one day about how unpopular he was. 'People are always talking about your gentleness and your kind eyes,' said the pig. 'Sure, you give milk and cream, but I give even more. I give bacon and ham, and I give bristles, and they even pickle my feet. Still nobody likes me. Why is it?' The cow thought a minute and then said, 'Well, maybe it is because I give while I am still living.' Death is going to take everything. Why be worried then? Rather than saving it for death, to take it away, share it, take risks. The miserly man is the stupid man. Everything will be taken away. Don't be so cautious. Don't be so cautious. Have the spirit of adventure. Yes, I know sometimes you may commit a mistake, but nothing wrong is in it. Sometimes you may go astray, but nothing is wrong in it. Those who can go astray, they can come back. But those who never go anywhere, they are dead. Never commit the same mistake again and again, that's true. Invent new mistakes every day. Be creative. Risk in new ways. And that's what sannyas is all about. To be risky. To live dangerously. To live without security and safety. To be tremendously in love with life is what sannyas is. And don't postpone it, because all postponement is again being very cautious. Do it right now. If you have understood the thing, let it happen. A pious brother sat on the front pew during the Sunday morning sermon. Presently, he began to remove one of his shoes. This unusual procedure in the midst of a church service caused those who could see him to smile and lose interest for the time in the sermon. But the brother then proceeded to remove his sock. This caused so much distraction that the preacher stopped in his discourse and asked the brother if there was something unusual the matter. "No," said the disturber, "I just noticed that one of my socks was wrong side out." "Well, my brother," chided the minister, "could you not wait until the service is over to make the change?" "No, sir," was the reply. "When I find I am wrong, I always proceed at once to get right." That should be the procedure. Whenever you feel that something is wrong, get it right immediately, don't postpone. If you have never taken any risk, take it now. And you will be richer for that.